today, California Secretary of State is certifying the decisions you, the voters, made back on March 5th. With no incumbent on the ballot, one of the votes taken that night involved Sacramentans picking their next mayor. A very tight four-way race is now down to the two who will face off in November. One of those still standing, former city councilman and current state assemblyman Kevin McCarty, with me now live in studio to talk about what it'll take to win in November. Good morning.
Hi, good to see you.
Nice to have you back. So when the dust settled and the votes came in, you came in about 8% points behind the leader, Dr. Flojan Kofer, in this race, about 29 to about 21% of the vote. She's described as the most progressive candidate in this race, you the second most progressive. What does that term mean to you, and why do you think that that might be what Sacramento needs?
Well, first of all, I'm glad to be going on to round two. It was a roller coaster back and forth.
It was a roller coaster. We tried every minute of it.
Yes, and there's four good candidates. The voters had four choices, and super tight. And I feel like it's kind of like we just went through March Madness, and you try to win a game and go on to the next round. And so that's where we're going on to the finals. And so, yeah, I've been an elected leader here for 20 years. I'm a Democrat. I'm a member of the Progressive Caucus, but I don't really like labels. I like, getting things done. And I've worked with council members, supervisors, even our DA, who we don't always agree on all the issues, to work on issues together, like, retail theft and homelessness and mental illness issues. So I think it's about, not having labels per se, but to be able to bring results for the people of Sacramento.
All right, you mentioned homelessness. No secret that homelessness and the handling thereof is a major issue in the capital city, not only as a matter of compassion, but a matter of economics when it comes to what our business owners need. And they say that they can, in many cases, even conduct their business because of the conditions on our city streets. Just yesterday, the city of Sacramento, I mentioned earlier this hour, went back on a deal with Safe Ground Sacramento for a self-governed campsite at Camp Resolution. Those without permanent shelter deciding to close that camp. They've been living there in city trailers, and it's an early out. It's not the lease renewal date, because they did have a lease renewal date. Of course, that's riled many of our homeless neighbors and homeless advocates. Is this the right thing for the city to be doing, to be closing Camp Resolution down?
Well, the first thing is we can't have urban camping in Sacramento. It's bad for businesses, it's bad for neighborhoods. I have kids who are in high school, they walk home from school, and sometimes they have to go around camps on the sidewalks. And so we can't have people camping in our neighborhoods and our parks.
But this was a specific site.
Correct. So we need to have locations like Camp Resolution. I was a big supporter of these Safe Ground sites. I actually like this model where it's kind of self-governed. And I think that's kind of the flaw too often. I think I've seen in the state level, we've given $20+ billion to cities across a few years, and mixed results. So too often I think we look for the perfect solutions, the expensive solutions. I want to use places like Cal Expo, Caltrans Land, Old City Courtyards that opened up safe ground places where people can go. Because we need to tell people, hey, you can't camp here on the sidewalk blocking a street or in front of someone's business. Conversely, we need to show people where they can go as well.
All right, now staying on the issue of housing, you as an assemblyman have sought to bring life back to downtown, something that we've heard is a problem from big city mayors all across the state, by turning some of the emptied out pandemic era office buildings into housing. A lot of people don't like this idea that the governor's just come up with to make state workers go back to the office 2 days a week, and they think housing downtown is the answer. So where does this effort stand, and how, as mayor, would you push for more of that in the city of Sacramento, because we have a lot of state workers? Yeah,
no, we're not going to put the genie back in the bottle with telework. That's the future for state workers and for accounting, law firms. People are working remotely. I know the state and their labor negotiations have a debate as far as how many days they go back, and so that's another issue. But regardless, we need to bring life back to downtown. And so one of the very promising ideas is looking at these underutilized state buildings and making them into housing. So I wrote a bill a couple years ago, and we're on our first building. We chose the EDD building at 800 Capitol Mall to turn into between 500 and 1,000 housing units, affordable housing units, right there on Capitol Mall. I'm actually working on the courthouse next, and there's two other state buildings right around the corner. So there's multiple sites downtown. So that's just a twofer. One, we bring life back into our downtown, bring safety, help businesses thrive down there, but also provide needed affordable housing at all income levels, which also helps homeless issues as well. So it's really a win-win-win for the city, and it's one of my top priorities I'll be working on as mayor of Sacramento.
Before we have to let you go, your opponent in November has a strong police accountability stance. She wants to take $70 million from the police department in Sacramento from sworn officers and put it into people that can respond to non-violent sorts of situations so that the actual sworn officers can respond to more serious situations. What's your opinion of that? Is that what Sacramento needs?
Well, I have a strong police accountability record of holding police accountable when they cross the line, and I wrote bills and worked on those issues. But fully funding the police department is important. I don't support taking money away from the police department. That way you won't have people to respond to 911 calls. And so, I think we need to be careful about that. You can have police accountability, I support, but also you need to make sure we have a police department that responds to the calls when people are needed out there to focus on violent crime and issues in our communities and neighborhoods and businesses.
But what she says, just to clarify, that her plan is to have sworn officers still responding to those calls that you're talking about, but to have a non-violent team that's funded by that $70 million she would subtract from the sworn officers to respond to other incidents so that police can focus.
I think that's easier said than done. And in my experience, the devil's always in the details, and I think that's a nice pledge, but if you did that, you wouldn't be able to have the resources to respond and fill all the patrol units throughout the city of Sacramento. So I don't think it's subtracting, I think it's adding. I think we need to have a fully staffed police department and look for ways to respond to calls differently. I concur. I wrote the bill a couple years ago which allows non-sworn people to respond to some 5150 calls, and I think that is important. But just blanket taking from the PD over there, I'm not sure if that makes the most sense.
All righty. Well, thank you so much. We know we're going to be following the moves of both you and Dr. Cofer between now and November to see who ends up in the mayor's office.
Thank you.
All righty. We appreciate your insight today.
Thank you.